To the holy Swamins and to all of you, let me offer pranams. Yoga Darshana for Patanjali, second quarter, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th aphorisms. Drashtro drashyayoho sanyogaha heya hetuhu. Prakasha kriya sthiti silam bhutendriyatmakam bhogapavargartham drishya Vishesha Vishesha Lingamatra Alingani Gunaparvani Drashta Drashimatraha Shuddhaha api Pratyanupashyaha. We are after happiness, but where is it? There is unhappiness everywhere. We are not after unhappiness, but it is there. We are after happiness, but it is not there. That is called the Hedonistic Paradox. Hedonist means one who pursues happiness in life. The summum bonum of life is happiness. What else can there be? What is the highest good man is to attain? The hedonists say it is happiness. It is happiness. Paradox means if you go after it, you don't find it. If you think of it too much, it just vanishes. If you don't go after happiness, don't think too much about happiness, then it is with you. Make others happy, you will be happy. Try to make yourself happy, you will not be happy. This is a strange hedonistic paradox. This is true. Those people who have gone after happiness all their life have suffered. They did not find it. But those who neglected it, it is with them always. Like a butterfly, try to catch it, it flies away. Just sit down, it sits on your head. That is how the happiness is playing with mankind. A saint says, unhappiness is there. Though we want it or not, it is there. Nobody tries to have it. Nobody works for it. Still it is there. Everybody is working for happiness. Everybody is praying for happiness and striving for happiness, but it is not there. This is the paradox. A strange paradox. This is the truth of life. He says, everywhere there is unhappiness. Not only on the earth, go anywhere in the world, to any heaven, there is unhappiness. It is not in the form of a physical, it may not be in the form of a physical illness, but is definitely in the form of a mental trouble, in the form of lust, in the form of anger, in the form of a hatred, and in the form of jealousy. It is everywhere. It envelops the whole world, living world. This is the nature of happiness. This is the nature of the world. Then how to overcome this unhappiness? How to do away with it? Patanjali says, don't worry about the past. Don't much worry about the present also. The unhappiness is to come. Make it not to come. That is the only way. And for it, you have to find out the real reason of unhappiness. Why there is so much unhappiness? Why it is always chasing us? Why it is always found in our heart? He says, Drashtru drashyayoho sanyogaha heya hetuhu. The cause is inside you. What is happening? Drashtru drashyayoho sanyogaha. Drashtru means the experiencer. Drashya means that which we experience. Objects are experienced. They are the objects of my experience. I am the experience of them. The experience is different from the experienced. But unfortunately, I forget. Unfortunately, I forget. My name is different from me. Everybody knows it. My form is different from me. Who doesn't know it? Everyone knows. But I identify myself with my name, with my form. Suppose there is a painting, a statue of me. If somebody puts some flowers before that painting, it pleases me. I become very happy. It delights me. Why? He has not given flowers to me, but he has put those flowers before my painting. But I think that I am honored. I am respected. I feel happy. The statue is silent, before which the flowers are placed, around which the garland is placed. It is not thinking of it. It is silent, dead silent. I feel respected. What is this? I know that I am not the statue. I know that I am not the painting. They are respecting the painting, they are respecting the statue, but I feel that I am respected. What does it mean? I am thinking that I am one with that statue. I am one with that statue. Physically it is not possible, mentally it is not possible, spiritually it is not possible. Still I feel that I am one with it. Though I know it, everybody knows it. If my painting is torn away, I don't think that I die. If my statue is broken, I am not broken. I am not destroyed. I know the truth, but I do not know the truth. This is the paradox. Everybody knows it, but he doesn't know it. We are very much hurt because people are not giving much respect to my name. If somebody pronounces my name differently, I get hurt. You may have so many names. You may have them. Probably you do not know. You know it. Shiva has 1,000 names. Isn't it? Shiva Sahasra. Vishnu has 1,000 names. Every name is yours because you are different. Names may change, but how can you change? You are there always. Names go on changing. Statues go on changing. You are there. Still we think that we are the statue. We feel with it. We feel with our names. And every one of us is trying to protect our names, not protect ourselves. Protect our statues. That is the trouble, he says. Drashtru drashyayoho sanyogaha heya hetuhu. It is the cause of all suffering. It is the cause of suffering. It is the cause of suffering. We live in a house. I live in a house. I live in a house. I am different. House is different. But I think that I am a householder. Householder. If I leave the house and renounce the house, go away, being an ascetic, then I think I am a sannyasin. Just to see the strange feeling that arises in us. I live in a house, I am not a householder. I come out of the house, I am not a sannyasin. I am I, whether I am in the house or outside the house. Still I feel that when I get into the house, I feel I am a householder. When I come out of the house, I think I am a sannyasin. These feelings are because of the misunderstanding. Because of a misidentification of myself. Misidentification of myself. We may not misunderstand others. We misunderstand ourselves. So that is the problem. Somebody may help us if I misunderstand other people. But if I misunderstand myself, who can help me? That is a strange thing that is happening in this world. This is the cause of all suffering. This is the cause of all happiness in the world, unhappiness in the world. Drashtro drashyayoho sanyogaha junction. Drashtro drashyayoho sanyogaha. Sanyoga means a junction of the seer and the seen. Junction. Union of the experiencer and the experienced. Of myself and others. Self and the unself, non-self. They are juxtaposed, junction, they are brought together. From that contact arises the feeling of unhappiness, That is the cause of all trouble in life. That is the cause of all trouble. This is the 17th aphorism. Drashtu means the seer. Drishya, drishya. Whatever I see, whatever is before me. And sanyoga is union, means brought together. Become one, feel one with it. I feel one with it. That is the cause of suffering. This is 17th. Next he says, what is drishya? What is drashta? Drashtro drashyayoho sanyogaha heya hetuhu. But what is drishya and what is drashta? What is really the self? What is really the unself, non-self? What is that with which I identify myself? Now he says in the next aphorism, Prakasha Kriya Sthitisilam Bhutendriyatmakam Bhogapa Vargartham Drishyam. What is Drishya? What is this world? He gives a beautiful description of the universe. Just to know this universe, and then you come to know how you mistake yourself to be something else, and which causes you trouble. What is this world? His idea of the world is so beautiful. He says, world is there. How it is? Prakasha Kriya Sthitisilam. Where there is a light, where there is a movement, and where there is stability, that is the world. These three forces are acting in this world. Scientists say there are four forces: gravitational force, electromagnetic, weak force, and strong force. Two nuclear forces and two common forces, general forces. They are there. Patanjali says there are three forces acting in this world. The first is light. Everywhere there is light. A wonderful force it is. We see the things because of the light. If there is no light, it is impossible to experience the things. Look into the universe. Wherever you look, there you find light. The light is dispersing everywhere. Wonderful light. Great light. All the beauty comes from light. The things are either radiating light or they are reflecting light. The moon is there. He doesn't radiate the light, but he is reflecting light. The light is there. If there is no light, just think of it. Suppose there is no light, where is color? Where is color? If there is no color, where is beauty? Where is ugliness? Light is doing wonderful work in the world. And it brings messages from the distant stars and galaxies. Whatever knowledge we are gathering of this world is coming through the rays. Wonderful rays. Everywhere. The whole world is filled with light. Therefore it appears to be beautiful. In darkness there is no beauty, no ugliness. The light is there. Even inside us, in the mind, there is the light of knowledge. As there is a light outside, there is a light inside. It is intelligence. It is a light burning within me, within all of you. Very brightly, if it burns, bright intelligence. Lest it is dim intelligence. The whole world is full of light. This is also said by scientists, electromagnetic force. Wonderful force it is. It pervades the entire universe. This is the first force, says Patanjala. Second force is kriya, movement. Objects are moving. Objects are moving. Go to any corner of the universe. You do not find a single object which is not moving, which is stable. Go inside yourself, in your mind. Nothing is standing still, it is moving. Your feelings are moving, your thoughts are moving. Yesterday you had a thought. Today it is not there, it changes. The same feelings do not arise. The same thoughts do not arise in us. The same object is not found in the same place in this world. Every moment, every object moves from place to place, from moment to moment. There are two kinds of movement. The first is a spatial movement, which means the flower moves from this place to that place. This is a spatial movement. Spatial. And the second one is a temporal, temporal movement. It goes from this moment to the next moment. Every object is moving. My body is moving from moment to moment, from one moment to the other. Your bodies are also changing from moment to moment. That is called change. Movement in time is called change, and movement in space is called movement. Spatial movement. The entire world is moving. Movement is there. This is the great force. You cannot live not moving at all. Without moving, you cannot live. Nobody can live. This is movement. Something is making us move. Just think of the things. If I have to move this table, even a meter, I have to apply much energy, apply force. But just look into the nature, in the space outer, in the outer space, the moon is just floating, moving. The sun is moving. The earth is moving. Not at the speed that we usually expect, but at the speed, tremendous speed. Tremendous speed. We are all moving. Earth itself moving. How can I stand still? How can I stand still? It is moving at the great speed of 1 lakh kilometers per hour. 1 lakh kilometers per hour. I am moving, you are moving, but we are not feeling the movement. Though there is movement, we are not feeling it. That is how my mind works. This is movement. And thirdly, there is a stability. Means things are held together for some time. Intact. Things are held intact For some time at least, this table is held intact. A time comes, it begins to disintegrate. Integration and disintegration. Disintegration happens because of the third force. It is the gravitational force. We are brought together, then we disperse. Bringing together and dispersing are due to some forces. Two persons, X and Y, their love means some force is there, it is bringing them together. And a time comes that force doesn't act, they get divorced. See the strangeness of life. We come together. Rama and Sita came together. A time came when they were separated. What makes us separate? What makes us united? Some force, Patanjali says, there is a great force working in this world. And it is the force that unites the things, that holds the things together, that holds the things intact for a time being. This table is not one solid whole. It is made of millions and billions of atoms. They are separate atoms. No two atoms are mixed together. Atoms do not allow other atoms to come near. Even they get very, very near, they are bound together, still they are separate. Their nucleus is separate. Their electrons are separate. Everything is separate. Still they make a junction, a kind of a union. The table is a mass of atoms. A mass, big mass, tremendously big mass of atoms it is made of. They are held together. Some force is holding together. These are the three forces, he says. Prakasha, Kriya, Sthiti, Silam. This is the world. Just to say, thousands of years before in India, people were thinking of the world in the same way as we are thinking of the world today. Means a scientific vision that Indians had is wonderful. Very wonderful. Schopenhauer and Max Muller just admired the intelligence of the Indian scientists, the ancient scientists. They can look deeper into the things, they say, very deeper into the things. Whether it is a life or the universe, they were looking deeper into the things. This is Patanjali, who says the whole world is controlled by these three forces. And we are not exception. We are not free. Whatever laws are governing the world, the same laws are governing me and you. In me, the Prakasha is acting as inside me. The Prakasha force is acting as knowing, knowledge. Knowing the things, seeing the things mentally. And movement is there, thinking of different things. And the last one, Sthiti Sila, the power that binds together, is acting within me as the love. There is love, there is aversion. There is movement, and there is knowledge, cognition. These are the three forces which are acting within me and which are at work in the universe. Then he says, not only these forces, but there is matter also. Bhutendriyatmakam. The matter is there in the world. If the matter is not there, the things would not have been there. It is the matter that becomes a table, that becomes a flower, that becomes a body, that becomes these trees. Everything that is there is a form of matter. It is made of a matter. The whole world is material. The entire world is material. The matter is there. So much matter in the world. You cannot measure it. You cannot imagine it. So much matter is there in the world. Just in the words of scientists, if I have to say, millions, not millions, billions, not billions. 10 to the power of 23 stars. Suns existing in the world. 10 to the power of 23 means one is followed by 23 zeros. Just count them. How big the number would be. If zeros are 9, it is billion. 23. Just to think of it. So much matter is there in the world. And where does this matter come from? That is the mystery. The world is a big mystery. And we are here just to, Patanjali says, not to measure the world, but to enjoy the world. Not to measure them. See the sun, enjoy. See the stars, enjoy. Know the earth, enjoy. Don't go on counting and counting and counting. The whole life we will be lost in counting and gaining nothing. Bhutendriyatmakam, there is matter. And this matter is very, very active because there is motion. Matter in motion. Matter is moving. Matter is standing still. Matter is radiating light. Matter is there. All these forces are there. Together they make up the world. Together they make up the world. Now he says, not only the body, not only the world, there are some sense organs which are making me able to enjoy this world, see this world. If I have to experience this world, if I have to find out whether there is a universe or not, I need some sense organs, and those sense organs are also the creations of matter. They are also the forms of matter. They are not different from matter. Means the same matter becomes the world, the same matter becomes the body, the same matter becomes the sense organs. This is Bhutendriyatmaka. Next he says, Bhogapa Vargartham, why the world is there? Just to think over it, he says. What is the purpose of this wonderful world? Why so many stars and galaxies? You may wonder to know that you know it already. Some stars are devouring other stars. There are some super stars, galaxies. Galaxies means a group of stars. Millions of stars together is called a galaxy. Those galaxies are are swallowing the nearby small galaxies. Survival of the fittest means the strong always swallow the small. A big fish always swallows the small fish. Big people swallow the small people. Isn't it? That is happening in the universe. Stars are being born every day. And as many stars are being destroyed every day in the universe. Why all this is happening in the world? Just think over it, he says. Why this is happening? What is the purpose of this creation? Why so much matter is there? Why millions and millions and millions of people are being born and they die? Why? What is the purpose of life? Why the life is evolving? Who has the answer? Scientists are trying to find out what must be the purpose of life, purpose of the world. They say that this is not our question, not our problem. As it is, we have to find out. This is the universe. Let us know as the world is. But why it is there? It is left to your imagination. We need not ask that question because we have not much time to think over it. We have to live here. Patanjali says, his answer is quite different. He says, why do you worry about why the world is there? Just worry about why you are here. The world is there. Why the world is there? He says, it is for you to use the world and live freely this life. Use this world, experience this world. And this world teaches you how to live. Enjoy the world, experience the world. Then use this world in such a way that you are not bound to anything. Be free mentally. You have to be free, therefore there is the world. It is there to teach you lessons. It is there to teach you lessons. Its message is, the universe's message is, live freely. Know that you are free. No force is acting upon you. No force is acting upon you. No force, light, movement, stability, nothing acts upon you. You must be free. And the world is going to teach you this freedom. That is the purpose of life. That is the purpose of all that is there in the universe. Apavargartham, bhogapavargartham. Bhoga means seeing the world. Apavarga means not being affected by anything. Not being affected by anything. Seeing and being free. That is the purpose of the universe and also your life. This is what Patanjali had found out. A great discovery indeed. We are here, the world is there, and the world is trying to teach us, and we have to learn the lessons and live freely. Not to be disturbed by anything, because the world is there to be disturbed. It is moving always, it is disturbing. But you are the observer of it, Just why should you be affected by what is happening in this universe? Bhogapavargartham. The events happen in our life, and we have to take a lesson, learn a lesson from them. Learn a lesson from it. There is a story of Alexander the Great. He is always described as the Great. Alexander the Great. A young man, very beautiful, very strong muscled. And he was full of courage, very embodiment of courage. Never feared anything in life. And he had the dream of conquering the world and becoming the emperor of the entire world, world ruler, world king. And his army was very strong, very brave, courageous army, indomitable army. And he took that army from Greece to India he came. On the way he conquered every king. And he thought that he became the ruler of the world. He became the ruler of the world. While he was going back to his country, he died. He died. While dying, he said, "What did I do? The world is there. I killed millions of people just to become the ruler of the world. But something ruled me out. What did I gain?" If I had the idea of what was going to happen to me, then I would not have built the army and took it across the world. Unfortunately, the knowledge, the reality, now I got. But now I am helpless, I am leaving the world. It is said he requested his generals to keep his palms open. Alexander came to this world open-handed. And Alexander is leaving the world with open-handed. Nothing he gained, nothing he lost. Only life is lost. The same thing is happening to us also. Only life is lost. What are we going to gain from gaining anything? Alexander says, this lesson he got from his death. The world is there to teach us lessons. It is there to teach us. Why so many unwanted things and events happen in the world? The earthquake is there. Volcanoes are happening. The temperature may rise and fall. Millions of people die and are born. There are so many species of living beings. Every moment there is destruction, every moment there is creation. Why all this is happening? Why this is happening? Patanjali says, just to teach you. There is death. there is destruction, there is loss, there is separation. If you don't know them, if you neglect them, you will get into trouble. That causes unhappiness. The universe is there. The purpose of the universe is to teach us lessons. Nobody remained on the top of the world. Nobody remained there. Hundreds may have gone to the top of the mountains, but nobody has built a house on the top of the mountain. In this world, nobody will be great or the greatest. Everybody has to leave the world. That is the thing. That is the reality. We want to be great. Let us be great. But Patanjali says, you are already great. Why do you try to be great? First you think that you are small, then you want to become great. Why don't you think first itself that you are great? Then there is no question of becoming great. You are not small, you are great. Why? This entire universe, it doesn't know that it is. But you know that the world is there. This is not a simple thing. It is a great achievement man has done. Wonderful ability it is that we find in man. I am small. The universe is infinitely big. But I know that there is universe and it is infinitely big. Knower is greater than the known. Therefore you are always great. You are always great. Why do you falsely think that, erroneously think that I am very, very, very small? Your thinking depends upon so many objects. That is the problem. If you have few objects, you think that you are small. If you have many objects, you think that you are big. A small cottage, a small man. A big mansion, a big man. Mansion is big, cottage is small. Not you, man. You are always great, whether you live in a cottage or in a palace. A drop is a drop of water. Whether it is sitting on a blade of grass or it is sitting on the head of a statue of God. The drop is a drop. There lived a lady saint in India. She used to say, people say that space within a temple is holy. People feel that the space outside the temple is not so holy. Then she asks, is the space holy or unholy? When you enter into a temple, you feel that inside there is what do you call sacred atmosphere inside, holy atmosphere inside. That is a holy space. When you come out of the temple, immediately we think differently. You feel free. When you get into the temple, you don't feel free. There is someone looking at us. Isn't it? We become devotees. As soon as we get out of the temple, we feel we are free. We are not devotees, he is not God. Simply we are free. We can do anything now. Holy space within and not a holy space without, outside. Then she says, Bonta Devi is her name. Then she says, Bring down the walls of the temple. Bring down the walls of the temple. What do you find? There is no inside space, there is no outside space. There is simply space, therefore it is neither holy nor non-holy. It is neither holy nor non-holy. In the same way, you are neither great nor small. You are simply you. Space is space. You are you. When you are a child, you think that you are child, small. When you become adult, you think that you are adult, a worker, adventurous, having beautiful dreams. When your body grows old, what do you think? What do you think? You become old. But you are there, you are not old. You are still there. Body is changing, you are not changing. Therefore, you are neither small nor big. You are neither great nor small. If you want to, if it gives you joy to say that you are great, just say you are great. What harm is there? You are infinitely great. Why just comparatively great? Infinitely great, absolutely great. Nothing happens to you. Other things do not make you great. Other people do not make you great. You yourself have to be great. And you are great. You are great. There was a small lamp burning. Very small lamp. And the sun was getting down. The western mountain. He was going down the western mountain. Means he was going away. Night is to come. Then he asked, who is there to light in the night when I am not there? Who is there to light the night when I am not there? Then the small burning, the lamp that was burning said, why do you worry about it? I am there. What is not possible for you, I can do it. It is not possible for you, O son. I am able to do your work in the night. It is not possible. Therefore, I am greater than you. Just think the way, just see the way the lamp is thinking, the light is thinking. In the same way we have to live. Patanjali says, why do you think that you are small, so bound to this world? So frustrated, so distressed, so much suffering and grieving. Why do you think so? Just laugh away the happenings in life. And what remains is light that burns in the night. This is what he says in his aphorisms. Now 5 minutes late for you. Tomorrow we will be meeting here once again. And probably it is the last day of this satsanga. Namaskar. Something is going to be said. Namaskar.